I had some rough circumstances. I've had some rough circumstances. Yeah. Going through some right now. Every circumstance. Jireh, Jireh. Listen, I will be content. Every circumstance, because. Repeat after me. The pain I feel today will be the strength I have tomorrow. Say it again. The pain I feel today will be the strength I have tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I will be content.
Every circumstance.
Jireh.
Jireh, you are enough.
Luke chapter 5 verse 18 says, and then look, some men carried a paralyzed man on a sleeping mat. They tried to push. This is going to make sense in a minute, but right now you got to do it by faith. I want you to touch somebody and tell them, I'm pushy. They tried to push through the crowd, but could not reach him. So they went up on the roof. They climbed the side of a house, went up a roof, took off some tiles, lowered the sick man down into the crowd, still on the sleeping mat, right in front of Jesus. Here's the message. How did they go according to this? It says, then look, some men went carrying a paralyzed man into a sleeping mat. They tried to push through the crowd but couldn't get him. And the next thing you know, they say, he's right in front of Jesus. Opportunity. Blessing. The question is, how do they go from trying to be there to being there? How do you go from trying, from trying, they tried to push through the crowd but couldn't reach him, and the next thing you know, they're right in front of what they've been believing God for. I'm going to do this very quickly. How do you go from trying to being? How do you go from praying about it to having it? How many people have been praying about some stuff for a long time? It still ain't come to pass yet. God, how do I move? Number one, you got to recognize your situation is real. You can't ignore it. You have to be able to embrace it and say, this situation is real to me. You can't have faith and just ignore the problem and say, God gonna take care of it. You got to recognize this is an issue I want to correct. Number two, the Bible said they tried to push, but they realized they had to put more work in. Touch your neighbor and tell them, you got to put some work in. There's two types of pain. There's one type of pain called suffering, and there's another type of pain called effort. Suffering doesn't have to be there always, but if you put in the effort, the Spirit of God told me that He's getting ready to reward you. Let me talk to the people who've been working and it ain't been working. You've been putting in effort. You've been waking up early in the morning. You've been doing all the things you need to do. God says, number three, sometimes you need to revise your approach. You can't keep doing it the same way over and over again. I did my best to tell the church before the coronavirus came, either we had to adapt or die. And if something is not working, you have to do what the business people call, and that is have an adaptive strategy. Then finally, the Bible said that 4 people came to help him, which means you got to recruit some help. Well, I didn't get a bunch of amens right there. See, the challenge with some of us, if we've been trying to do it all by yourself, but you need to have people around you that are as determined for you to get delivered. Y'all better help me here. The devil is a liar. I need some people that may have to carry me for a season, that may have to help me for a season, but on the other hand, I want to be the person that's able to carry somebody else. How did they go, put the text back up for me, from trying to right in front of Jesus? Well, the answer is right there. They tried to push. So they went up on the roof above him, took off some towels. I ain't got time to preach that. Touch your neighbor and tell him you got to tear the roof off the sucker. Tell them that you got to be a little crazy every now and then. I believe the kind of people that God is blessing in this season are people that's a little more radical. People that says, you know what? I done been through hell already. I've been isolated already. And might as well try something out. When we were all licensed and all paralyzed and we couldn't move and we felt stuck, it wasn't time to sit up and eat potato chips. It's time to go to class. It's time to read a book and say, what can I do to get out of this? Touch your neighbor and tell them, because I'm pushy. And if anybody asks you how you made it far, how you made it thus far, you know what you need to tell them? Here's the title of the message. Tell them, I pushed through it. Y'all didn't say it like I think you was going to say it. Did anybody in here have to push through pain, push through frustration, push through circumstance? Everybody wave back at me and say, I'm pushy, I'm pushy, I'm pushy. How did you go from working on a little piece of job to having multiple streams of income? Because I pushed my way through it. How come you didn't crumble under the pressure when you felt like dying? Because I pushed through it. Give 3 people a high five and tell them, I'm pushy. So they got this man, his partners, his people helping him up the side of the building. Picture that, 4 people carrying a guy in a stretcher up the side of a wall. They get up there, ain't no windows, they start tearing stuff up. But can you imagine what's going on inside the building? First of all, they hear some noise. People walking up there, and the next thing you know, some paint chips started falling. Some sheetrock started falling. Some fiberglass, some splinters of wood started falling until where they started wasn't where they ended. And I know somewhere along the line they said we can't find our way in, but we didn't been too far to turn back now. And is there anybody in this place say, I didn't cover too much ground to stop right now? I gotta keep pushing. The challenge with this generation is, as soon as we feel a little discomfort, we quit. As soon as we cry a little tear, we quit. But the devil is a liar. If you're going to get to the next level in your life, touch your neighbor and tell them you got to keep pushing. I push through it. Sometimes with tears in my eyes, but I pushed through it. But I know that it wasn't me, it was actually somebody pushing me. Have you ever felt that you were just about to give up and just about to quit, and God gave you a little wind in your back? Know what you'll be able to say? Say, it was you. It was you. Look at this, pushing me through. I think I got a witness in the building in here. Just somebody point at him and say, it was you. Lord, it was you. Just push the person in front of him and say, he's pushing you through. He's pushing you through. He's pushing you through. He's pushing you through. It was you. Lord, it was you. Pushing me through. I want you to lift those hands all over this building and say it one time, it was you. Pushing me through. Lord, I want to thank you that on the days I felt like quitting, on the days when I felt like giving up, Lord, pushing me through. Let's get out here. We didn't do this on the last one. Say, he'll never.
walk out on you.
That's what I want to hear. No, never.
No, never.
No, never.
No, never.
He'll never.
He'll never walk.
I think I got a witness in this place. Won't he be there? Won't he be there? Won't he be there? Won't he be there? He'll never.
He'll never walk out on you.
No, never.
No, never.
Shh, no, never. But it was you. Lord, it was you. You need three things to end up in the presence of God and in the presence of your answer. You have to have a need, but having a need is not enough. God is not moved by your need. If God was only blessing people who needed stuff, none of us ever need to be blessed. But it's your need plus your faith to know that come hell or high water, I'm going to get through this situation. But the third one, and we don't mention this a lot in church, is the effort. Got to put some work in. Realize where you are, but I'm not going to stay where I am. I got to recognize where I am, realize I got to put more work in, and sometimes I got to adapt my plans, change it. Old, outdated systems don't work anymore. Be willing to recruit some help, because you can't do this by yourself, whether you're online or right here. You need somebody to help you to get to your next level, help you to get to your destination. Your goal, your dream, your business, your idea come to pass. Every strategy we teach teaches you how to succeed in life, how to be successful in this thing called life, with sound biblical principles and peppered and salted in all different types of things to help you see it in another level. You need to make a connection with us. Here's what we want you to do, whether you're here on site or whether you're online. If you're online, it's coming up on the screen right now. If you're here right now, just text the word join to 72,000 so you can be connected, so you can be taught how to get pushed. I'm a pusher. I'm going to push you till you get mad, push you till you get frustrated. Before you know it, though, I'm going to be pushing you into a Bentley and be pushing you into a business, pushing you into a brand new body. Hallelujah. Stand to your feet, everybody. Stand to your feet. If you came with the person, man, throw your arms around them. If not, give them that little Wakanda forever. All right. Listen, we're sensitive to the summertime, and we're sensitive. We know that we've been locked up. Thank God for the new mask lifting of many of the restrictions. People who want to be saved, this is your choice. The vaccine is your choice. It's up to you. Do it, but it's safer with it than without it for many people. But make sure that you take good care of yourself. And we understand that people have been locked up and want to get back to doing some stuff, right? Like right when we leave here, we all going to brunch, right? So next Sunday, we begin at 9:30. We're going to combine, have one's experience for the summertime, 9:30. All right? So all the little people that came in a little late, if you give me a number, I'll give you a wake-up call. All right? And then, of course, on Wednesday night, Pastor Tori teaches the word at www.thecityoflove.com. Who was blessed in this place? Who was blessed? Yeah, y'all did so good. Amen. Amen. Let's see. She gone? Where's she at?
Taylor.
Yeah.
Was you
Pushing me through.
pushing me through.
She got an album on iTunes. Tell us, or give her a mic. Tell us about your record. Wasn't she a blessing to us today, City of Love, Love Nation? Give God a praise. Come on. Yeah.
Yes, I do have an album out. First, I would just want to thank you for allowing me to come minister here this morning.
Oh, bless you. Bless you. You're amazing. Wasn't she amazing, y'all? Jeez.
You guys are so welcoming. But I do have an album out. It's called Him. It stands for He Is Mine, under the name Taylor Lorelle, Lorelle, and it's on all social media, well, all music platforms. But it's basically a corporate worship album where it's very intimate. Each song, it basically just talks about who God is and who he is to us. And basically just, it's a reminder. It's a reminder song or album. And each song just ministers to, certain parts of our spirit. And so, yeah, I finished it in 2 months and, recorded it in a month.
Give God a praise, everybody.
So, yeah.
I believe that's what this season did for us. I think this season sped up time. I think we grew in 10 years in 1 year. And this is why you're able to do things so quickly, so make sure that you support it. Evidently, the hand of God is on this woman of God. Amen. We love y'all. Bless you. We see y'all later. Somebody say, Wakanda forever. Make sure you download the record. Pushing me through. It was you. Veta.
It was you.
Oh, let me